Man whose service dog saved his life has to return the favor when she gets lost. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And for any copyright matters, please contact us at our email in the description box down below. A service dog is more than just an animal you purchase to help you complete daily tasks or get through life struggles. They become an extension of yourself and your family. Sometimes they can even treat an illness better than any medicine. After a traumatic event, one man from California searched the local shelters in hopes of finding himself an emotional support dog. If he could just find the one that could mend his broken bones, everything would be alright, but unfortunately his problems were just beginning. Justin Scott from Santa Clarita, California had a tough job. As an emergency medical technician (EMT), he'd experienced a lot of amazing moments but also instances of immense pain. Luckily, he didn't have to face the tough moments alone. For starters, his wife Sarah was also an EMT. Together, they shared the same desire to help people and make a difference in their community. It's a no-brainer that they gravitated towards each other. One day while on duty, Justin and his crew responded to a standard 911 emergency, except there was something very different about this call. Justin knew the person in crisis. It was one of his best friends. Despite their best efforts, Justin and the fellow EMTs were unable to save him. They simply ran out of options. The guilt crushed Justin and affected him in a way that he didn't think was possible. The tragic event left Justin depressed and struggling to cope with the failure that cost his friend his life. Darkness consumed him, but not before he recognized that he needed help. It was time to make a change. Sarah and Justin thought an emotional support dog could help the healing process. Justin shared in a Facebook post, "We waited until we found the perfect dog for us." As they scanned rows of dogs, they noticed this short-legged, pointy-eared dog named Shelby gazing back at them. The moment they looked into her eyes, it was a done deal. Shelby was officially a part of the Scott family. "I looked at her, still in the shelter parking lot," Justin recalled of the day they met, and told her, "I saved you, and now I need you to save me," and she did. She pulled me out of the grips of hell. To Justin, the dog was his guiding light and best friend. They did everything together, so it's no surprise that the dog also accompanied Justin, Sarah, and their two boys on family vacations. They packed up the car and traveled 6 hours for a 4th of July camping trip in the Sierra Mountains. It was supposed to be a fun-filled weekend, but not long after arriving, Justin's worst nightmare became a reality. For an unknown reason, Shelby became spooked, slipped out of her collar, and ran to the tree line for protection. Justin knew these woods. They were harsh and deadly. He needed to find her. He couldn't fail another best friend. After searching the immediate area, they needed to call off the mission as nighttime fell upon them. That didn't mean they were giving up, though. They set out food traps overnight, but Shelby didn't come back. But a number of bears did pay a visit to the campsite that night. Justin feared that Shelby would be no match against such merciless wild animals. He would save her though, he thought, because she had saved him. Shelby was missing for 13 days and Justin had not a single lead as to where she was. He didn't even know if she was alive. The Scott family reached out to a non-profit Away Home for Animals for help. He connected with Bob's Fry, founder of the nonprofit, and explained what had happened. Determined to reunite Justin and Shelby, Bob's got in the car and drove to meet up with the Scotts. They began with initial attempts of connecting with the town and surrounding communities to determine when and where Shelby was last seen. They posted signs, spoke with the camp host and general store owner, and made it clear who to contact if Shelby were to turn up. Justin expressed his torment in a message on Facebook. "Shelby, you sat by my side and laid in my lap until I could stand on my own. We will get you back. We will never give up on you. I saved you once and we will save you again." 24 hours later, they finally received a tip. Shelby was spotted about 3.5 miles south of the campsite. Babs immediately carried out a survey of the area to locate possible food, water, and shelter spots that Shelby might be hanging around. Babs also set out 5 traps with the hopes of enticing Shelby out of the woods. They waited for days hoping that Shelby would show up, but she never did. Days turned into weeks and Justin's faith began to break. Finally, another call came in. Someone saw Shelby in a nearby area. Babs rushed to the location and set out the traps once more. She was determined to renew Justin and Shelby. After 45 minutes, something amazing happened. Shelby walked right into the trap. Upon initial inspection, Shelby appeared to be in good health. Other than being a little dirty, Babs was thrilled to deliver Justin some good news for once. On reunion day, a hesitant Shelby stood in front of the family, almost as if she couldn't believe it was really them. But like the flip of a switch, all of a sudden her stumpy tail began to wiggle and she showered them with kisses. Deep down, Shelby knew her family didn't abandon her as she laid in Justin's lap, gazing up at him with unconditional love. It was the longest 28 days of Justin's life, but he couldn't have been more grateful to have his family member back.